Hey everyone, today we're going to talk all about Cagney's on board NCL Joy. We're going to give you a quick walkthrough and then a thorough review of the restaurant and the menu. Let's go. Hey everyone, John here from Bite Size Cruises. Welcome to our channel. If you're new here, we're a travel agency trying to give you the best information possible about cruising so that you can plan to go on an amazing cruise vacation. We would love for you to like and subscribe and come along on this journey with us. We put out a brand new video about cruising every single day. Today we're going to talk all about the Cagney's specialty dining restaurant on board the NCL Joy. Recently got off the Joy. We did a 7-day cruise from New York to Bermuda and back, and we had a wonderful time. I was on the Joy last year and the food was a little bit up and down. This time when I went on the Joy, the food was excellent, and I want to get into each of the restaurants. Remember, every time we talk about food on this channel or any other channel, take everything with a grain of salt. We all have different palates. We all like different types of food. My goal here is just to try to give you my barometer of how it usually is, or if it's better, if it's worse than normal. I like to eat at specialty dining restaurants. I will generally try all of the specialty dining and a little bit of the included food to give you a good idea of how everything is. So first, let's get into the menu. The menu was recently updated. All of the specialty dining menus for NCL were kind of shrunk a little bit. For the most part, I don't have a problem with that. I think the smaller the menu, the easier it is to execute and the better the food becomes. I did miss, I went to Le Bistro and I missed the scallops. The scallop dish is gone. I love that dish, but maybe it was difficult to execute that. I'm not sure. But let's talk about the menu. For appetizers, you can get a crab cake, jumbo shrimp trio, grilled thick cut bacon, lobster bisque, baked onion soup, the iceberg wedge, and the Caesar salad. Those are all very traditional steakhouse appetizers. They are all very good. I've had each of them. And let's take one quick step back. If you're not sure where Cagney's is when you get on the ship, Cagney's is on deck 8 in the very aft of the ship. If you go into Cagney's, you will walk down a long aisle. Cagney's will be on your right. Le Bistro will be on your left. Once you sit down, you overlook the Manhattan room there, and obviously you have beautiful views of the aft of the ship and the side of the ship, which is going to be the port side of the ship. There is also outdoor dining there. If the weather is nice and you'd like to eat outside, you can certainly do that. So Cagney's is always very crowded, as evidenced as they are doing the upgrades coming up to Encore, and they are going to make Cagney's double the size. Cagney's to me is always, always, always crowded, and it's always a little hectic and chaotic in there, which sometimes makes for not a great meal. Here's what I will say. In most of my dining experiences on this cruise, I felt very rushed. I felt rushed to get in and get out. I'm guessing it was because I was by myself. I've not had that happen to me every time I've cruised, but more often than not, I think they think sometimes that people dining by themselves just want to get in and get out. I am fine with just sitting there and enjoying my meal. I don't have a problem with it. I can read stuff on my phone. I have a book. I have a Kindle. But for some reason, I get rushed in and out, and Cagney's was aggressively fast. I was in and out of Cagney's in like 35 minutes, which is way too fast for you to actually enjoy your meal. I did enjoy my meal. I thought the food was very good. My server did have 2 very large tables, so I felt like he was just like dropping and running and trying to keep up, which I totally get. But he still did a very good job. I just felt pushed to eat and get out of the restaurant. So let's talk about it. We talked about the appetizers there. The entrees now are, you have a grilled selection. You can get a ribeye, a petite filet mignon, a 8-ounce filet, the smaller one's 5 ounces, and a New York strip. You can get a couple different sauces. Obviously, that's not a huge selection, but I think it is plenty of selection for steaks. There is a prime rib, 16-ounce slow roasted prime rib. That is comes with black Angus beef and a little au jus. And there's also a surf and turf, which is a $25 dining package supplement, as well as a double cut Australian lamb chop. So one thing to keep in mind is if you have the dining package, you can get 1 appetizer, 1 entree, 1 dessert. Here's what I will say. Your mileage may vary. I was in between getting the shrimp cocktail and the lobster bisque, and he just brought me both. They generally don't care. I wound up not getting dessert because I felt like I was being rushed. So, but again, not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. I just, you know, it felt aggressively fast. For seafood, you can get the grilled fisherman's platter, which is shrimp scallops, calamari, branzino, and a crab cake. And grilled jumbo shrimp skewer. I have these on the screen as well for you to see. And then all of your traditional sides. The desserts, all really good. They did cut out some stuff, but that OMG caramel butterscotch cheesecake is amazing, as is the apple pie. I've had the creme brulee as well. It's pretty good. I've not had the 7-layer chocolate cake. I've seen it. It looks great. Just seems like a little bit too much for me. So I had the shrimp cocktail, I had the lobster bisque, and I had a strip steak. And again, I felt like I was kind of rushed in and out of there within 30, 35 minutes. I just felt like it was, as soon as I sat down, they came to take my order, which is totally fine. I was ready to give my order. I eat there a lot, so it's fine. I know the menu pretty well. I just felt rushed. The food was excellent. I can't stress it enough. The shrimp cocktail was very good. The lobster bisque was fantastic, and the strip steak was excellent as well. Pro tip, do not get the special house-made steak sauce. It's like cocktail sauce. Do not get that. It's one of the weirdest sensations you will ever have. Unless you love steak and cocktail sauce, I don't know why you would like that. But he brought me out a few of the, I was, again, in between getting the Béarnaise and the port wine, and he just brought me out both. So, again, your mileage may vary on whether or not they bring you out additional entrees or appetizers, things like that. It's going to depend on your server. It's going to depend on how busy they are, the time, maybe what's going on the ship. You never know what's going on. So just keep that in mind. It might not happen all the times. They may be more strict or less strict certain times about the dining program. So that is my quick review. Let me know, do you enjoy specialty dining? Have you been to Cagney's? It seems like Cagney's is the one that everyone goes to. It is the most crowded. It's usually the one, if I'm going to skip one, I skip because I've been there so many times, and it's a steakhouse, right? This time I skipped teppanyaki because I feel like I've been there so many times, and I kind of want to get back to teppanyaki feeling special. So I want to skip it a couple times and then hit it up again. So that's our little walkthrough and review of Cagney's on board the NCL Joy. Thank you, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to lose my mind today. So thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm not editing that out. I'm just going to leave it in. Hope everybody has a wonderful day, and we will see you tomorrow. Happy cruising. Bye.